Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about why pain is actually important for you to go through, why being comfortable in life is just shit and you shouldn't do it. That you should have actually moments of comfortability, but for the most part you should be struggling, you should be in pain, and you should be suffering in life. And you know, a lot of people will turn that off right now already. Oh my god, shush please. People will not want to hear this because it requires effort, and again it requires suffering. And I do think that people get really scared of pain and suffering because there's different types of pain and suffering, right? So, and for the majority of us, we've not been through pain and suffering at our own hands, so we don't actually think that we can give ourselves permission to feel that. The second that we feel pain and suffering, we're like, oh no, that's bad, not allowed, I've gone too far. Not really. You've just started, and you know, you can't touch and go pain and suffering and expect to learn anything. You're not going to learn fuck all. So the reason why I know this to be true is because the majority of my life I was in pain. The majority of my life I was severely isolated at home. You know, I always felt alone in myself. I felt like I could never relate to anyone because of my experiences. I just had nothing to relate to anybody to. Like, how can I go to school and hang out with people that have like caring parents at home and that, you know, get to have play dates on the weekend when the things that I'm seeing at home are domestic violence? And whenever I have one friend and whenever I go to her house, there is ritualistic abuse happening. That's all I knew, to be honest. So I knew it was wrong, but I had no way to get out of it. Now, when this happens as a child or growing up, it's so messed up because it's not with our consent, so there's nothing that we can do about it. So you almost find comfort in that sadness, which also replays when you have mental illness when you're older. You don't realize you can get out of it, and that there is comfort in that sadness again, because misery loves company. Your brain is not actually trying to tell you, hey, you could be someone, you could do something with your life. It's telling you, hey, we know that this discomfort here and this pain you're going through is actually predictable and it keeps you alive, so I'm not willing to budge here. So when you're trying to change and then going into like pain and suffering that's actually purposeful, your brain's going to be like, no, you should come back, you should sit on the couch, you know, you've missed your shows, and you know, like, who knows, I mean, this food doesn't even taste that good anyway, and like, you know, everyone's just gonna laugh at you anyway, and like, you know you are a piece of shit, like, you know, everyone's always said so. That's why we don't listen to our brain that's been conditioned to feel that way, because we didn't even condition it, so we can't listen to that. What today's video is about is me giving you permission to feel pain. It's okay, you're not going to die. Pain is proof that you're alive and you're still kicking and that your heart's still beating. You must be in pain to ascend. That is the missing piece, and that's what a lot of people don't want to tell you that have mastered this. People that have abundance mindset and that can get just shit done. Like, people always telling me how like, your life stresses me out. How do you live this? It's because I've actually been in so much pain in my entire life that the amount of pain that I can withstand now, you would not want to live a day in my life. I fucking love it though. I've conditioned my brain to love it because I know no one's running with me. No one can compete with that level of pain and struggle. But at the same time, I'm not putting myself through non-consensual pain that is just sending me into an early grave. I'm not reinforcing my mental illness and staying stuck in my victim mindset because I cannot let go and detach from what happened to me, because I cannot understand it actually wasn't my fault and I wasn't punished and abused for a particular reason. It had actually nothing to do with me. And what we can do is, when we're in this like victim mindset, we can be like, what? Why did this happen? It must be because I'm bad. It must be because I'm damaged goods. Like they said, but what is it? And the more that you tell yourself you're those things, the more you act that way, the more that you start identifying with that. And it is so fucking hard for anybody to help you, because you will not help yourself. You will not give yourself hope or faith. that you can get out of this. Your psychologist can't help you. Allied Health don't know what to fucking do, so they give you medication that possibly you don't actually need. And this is the offensive part that people, you're gonna crack it. Going outside, touching grass and going for a walk actually helps. But you don't want to be told it, because you also want to be like, well, what are you trying to say? That I'm just making this all up? Like, you have no idea the life that I lived. You have no idea what I went through. You have no idea what I suffer with day to day. I know that. I'm not trying to say that you shouldn't validate that. What I'm saying is you shouldn't let it dictate the rest of your fucking life. The people that abused you aren't hung up on the fact that they abused you. They don't give a shit. They don't care. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to go kill yourself about it? There's so much life that you could be living. You're going to sit in this pain and pretty much be dead while you're alive? Fuck that. And this is where I'm leading to. I'm going to give you permission with this one sentence right here. And I do believe it will change a lot of your lives. If you're going to feel pain that was non-consensual and not at the hands of yourself, that had no reason and no purpose behind it, and that wasn't your fault, and you're going to feel that day to day without choice, why not throw yourself into purposeful pain and start smashing yourself in the gym, eating well, no dopamine seeking, and relentlessly pushing yourself to be a better person? You're in pain anyway. You might as well make something of yourself while you're at it. And that is literally my foundation as a coach, because I attract what I am. I attract a lot of people that have been through significant struggles, and the conventional shit just doesn't work. You know, validating your feelings only goes so fucking far. You've been validated, now you're a victim. Now you're so sensitive that nobody can give you like any sort of tips, because in no way can they ever understand what you've been through. And I truly don't think that we go through things necessarily always for a reason, but I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in God and Jesus, and I do believe that the fact that I'm sitting here at 31 years old with the things that I have been through, the things that I have seen that are horrific, otherworldly, they are so disgusting and depraved, and I have made it through, and really no other family member or friend has. This is my purpose in saying this to you. You don't have an excuse once you have reached this point and you are watching this video to be sitting back on the fucking couch and treating yourself like shit. Then your abuser won. Congratulations. You're doing fuck all about it. And we have no purpose. You're basically dead. And I don't want that for you. The universe is not on a budget. You can quite literally ask for whatever you want. As long as you believe it to be possible, it will happen. We're going to talk a lot about the way in which you can literally brainwash yourself to get what you want in another video, because identity comes into this a lot. And as somebody that had BPD, I had every single characteristic. I have now grown through it, and I have been in remission and recovery for many years now. I've done the DBT, I've done the 7 years of therapy straight. A lot of where I am now, it is not an accident. It is through brainwashing myself to believe that this is possible, and with some faith from God, quite literally. I'm going to bring out all of the stuff that I've learned through Satanism, Wicca, witchcraft, Mormonism, philosophy, huge on philosophy, love that shit. I also went to uni for psychology, didn't finish it, thank you COVID, just couldn't be stuffed. I don't really need to because I'm here right now. I'm going to bring all of that in, and that's basically what we're going to be rolling with over the next episodes. But it is okay to feel pain. You hit those 10 sets in the gym, also those 10 reps in the gym, and the last one, it just kind of hurts a little bit, and you're like, oh, no, that's enough. That's where you get started. Put up the weight, and by rep 3, you should be in pain. You should not want to get to 10. You should be convincing yourself that you can do it, although your body cannot. That's purposeful pain. That will fucking open up your mind to some new horizons that you've never been to before. And then you need to make a decision whether you're going to take it and also fix your fucking shitty identity that I'm going to help you with, by the way. This is not just me grilling you. I want to help. Or you're just going to let it pass you by because you don't believe that you can have it because you're a piece of shit. Says who? Says actual pieces of shit, factually? People that never fucking fix their lives after they had kids, which statistically, if you cannot fix yourself after having kids and be good for another person and actually grow as a person, you are legit fucked for the rest of your life. And that is a metric also if you want to hang out with other people and they're shit to their kids. They're a loser. Get the fuck away from them. Cut them off. They will not get better, ever. You either be better for your kids or you're a loser, okay? So people that are losers that you shouldn't be listening to, because yes, look, everyone has worth and everyone deserves to be loved, but you don't need to be having people in your life that are losers. What do you think is gonna happen? You're gonna be a fucking loser. Or you're gonna act like a loser. Anyway, time is ticking. Get the fuck out of this shit. You've gotta stop. This is life or death, and it is that serious. It is that serious. You've gotta stop. Because it is possible for you to live in abundance. And abundance does not mean that you have a shit ton of money and a shit ton of notoriety. That is not within your control. What is within your control is to see yourself as a good person, to serve other people, to put yourself through pain that is purposeful for a reason, because we feel pain anyway. Even for the person that hasn't been through much, they still struggle day to day. Their reference level is still low when it comes to being resilient and putting themselves through pain. You must push past those barriers because they are not real. I have trained to the point where I literally can't see or hear anymore. Obviously that's pretty far, right? But you have no idea what you can do with your body and your mind. You have no fucking clue. The limit does not exist. You have not even brushed the surface of what you can achieve. You've got to get out of your victim mindset. It is killing you. It is putting you in an early grave. You are an NPC. You are what people call NPCs. People that just walk around and have no idea that they're even alive. It's fucked, dude. You've got to get through it. Thank you for listening.